Self-leadership. What is self-leadership and why is it important? Let's talk about that. Self-leadership is not a topic that is often discussed by name. It is very often inherently understood, inherently practiced, or even omitted in great instances. I am of the opinion that leadership isn't broken in business or in corporate. I believe that leaders are. I'm going to repeat that. It's not that leadership is broken in corporate or business. It is that leaders are. Because self-leadership was never built into any system or standard. So what is self-leadership really? In 2012, Kazan and Bryant explained that self-leadership is having a developed sense of who you are, what you can do, where you are going, and this is coupled with the ability to influence your communication, your emotions, and even your behavior on your way to getting to where it is that you're going or leading others. They also say that self-leadership is known as personal mastery. Now, I know that that's a topic or a title that we're all familiar with. And this, of course, is key to empowering ourselves to survive and thrive in a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. Kazan and Bryant named this VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So I think that we can say self-leadership is a manager's ability to regulate their own behavior, make clear decisions under pressure, and take full ownership of the outcomes that they are working towards, the outcomes that they are driving. Self-leadership defines how reliably they're able to execute, how they influence others, and how effectively they drive performance across the business. Cara Denison wrote for Forbes and stated, leading oneself is critical to personal and professional success, especially in today's fast-paced world. Self-leadership is influenced, and it also influences and directs one's thoughts. Self-leadership is influenced by how we think, she says. It influences our behavior and it influences our actions to achieve our desired goals. Cara Denison also says that great leadership is built upon this foundation. One's ability to critically think, critically decide, and critically lead in moments under pressure. When you step into leadership, understand this. Your first job is to lead yourself. Not your team, not the business, but to lead yourself first. This path isn't clean. This path is often not even clear. That is why it is important for you to sit still, sit within that, and determine what kind of leader do I want to be, or what kind of leader am I currently. It's pressure. It comes with setbacks and moments that will test you, moments that will test your standards, moments that will test your ability to make decisions. That's just the job of a leader. The difference, I think, is how you respond. Average leaders will see obstacles. They will see problems and even freak out. But strong leaders will see positioning and opportunities to do better, to make better decisions, and to find better and more effective ways to get to where they're going. Every setback is an opportunity for feedback. Every challenge is a chance to reset and think, how can I execute better. When it comes to self-leadership, that's the shift. Stop reacting. Start leading. Easier said than done. I get that. I get that. However, I want to say that authentic leadership starts with self-leadership. Full stop. If you're going to be an impactful leader, if you are going to be a leader worth their weight in gold, it starts with leading yourself. When a leader are able to regulate themselves under pressure, they build self-awareness. Establishing self-leadership skills means they know their triggers, they know their strengths, they are aware of their blind spots, they are able to manage their weaknesses, because we all have them. We all have weaknesses. When you're able to authentically establish yourself as a self-leader, you can now lead with clarity. That clarity drives balance, processing where they assess before they react, and then make decisions that are grounded in reality and not in their feelings, and not make decisions that's driven by ego. Because let's be clear, let's be honest, let's be truthful. We have all experienced egotistical leadership. I mean, look at what is happening in the United States right now. Love it or hate it, love what I'm saying or hate what I'm saying. But no one can say that that man that is leading the United States at the moment is not driven by ego. You can agree with his politics, and that's okay. I'm not here to discuss that. I'm here to discuss leadership. Self-leadership shows up as relational transparency, as well as honest, consistent leadership that builds trust and not just compliance. Furthermore, it anchors an internalized moral perspective that drives principled action, even when it's inconvenient. Now, this should be standard, but it's not. We know. If your leaders in your business can't lead themselves, they will compromise your business, they will compromise your company culture, and they will compromise the quality performance of your business and how your clients perceive you. Self-leadership is not a soft skill. It's an operating system of leadership. It dictates how you manage, how you think, how you decide, how you behave, and ultimately how you and your team and your business performs. If that system is weak, if self-leadership is weak, your culture fractures, your people disengage, your execution slips. If it's strong, however, everything aligns, including clarity, accountability, trust, and results. This is where real leadership starts, and where sustainable performance is built and established. Ladies and gentlemen, self-leadership is not a unicorn. It is not something out there. It is not something that someone else have. Self-leadership is something that can be cultivated within us. Self-leadership is something that we can build and develop and refine within us. So, my call to action for you watching this, as a business leader, as an owner, as a CEO, if you are serious about investing in leaders who don't need babysitting, leaders who think, act, and deliver, then it's time for you to develop self-leadership at scale within your business. I implore you to like this page, follow us for more, follow us for practical leadership insights, and if you're ready to build a high performance management team, drop us a line, book a strategy session with us. I look forward to hearing from you. As I said earlier, my name is Donnie Miller, and I fix leadership behavior. Until next time.